So adaptation is basically question number 136 is disability to an organism. Obviously not. Adaptation is something which is favorable to an organism. Sudden process, never. Short term phenomena, never. It is basically a long term phenomena. It takes a lot of time, but once adaptation happens, it stays also for a very long time. Okay. So sorry, this is the same repeated. Which of the following is better suited to the desert habitat? So here the answer is nocturnal animals. Why? Because desert is very cold in the night and it is very easy for nocturnal animals to survive there. So answer here is B. Which of the following animals is adapted to cold habitat? So here the answer is tiger, lion, camel. They are usually not. Like some tigers are there which are found in cold habitat, but yak is definitely the right answer. Basically, yak is found in the Himalayan region a lot. It has thick coat of hairs to protect it from the cold. So here answer is B, that is yak. Okay. Why do trees found in mountains have a cone shape? Basically, see, in mountains there is a lot of snowfall, and if you are not bending, then you will just die because there is a lot of snow, and you will just like literally the plant will fall off. So since it has a lot of snow, so it can slide off easily over the branches. So this is the answer. Okay. It is not for sun, winds, all this is nonsense. So answer here is C. So that snow can slide off easily over the branches. Okay. Question number, so this is 140. Now we are correct in the numberings. Which of the following organism shows adaptation? So plants, animals, definitely they show adaptations. There are so many adaptation in plants and animals, but even microorganisms show adaptation, and all living beings show adaptation. Just remember this one line. As a biology student, I am telling you, microorganisms they evolve. When you discover antibiotic, they discover resistance. There's a cat and mouse fight, it will go forever and ever. Answer D, 1, 2, 3. All organisms shows adaptation. Question number 141. Which of the following organisms do not have gills? So here the answer is whales and dolphins. Now people will ask, why Roman, they are also aquatic creatures, why don't they have gills? Sir and ma'am, they are mammals, they are not fishes. Fishes have gills. Whales and dolphins are just like human beings. They also have mammary glands and they are just like us as far as mammals are concerned. Okay, dogs, camels, whales, dolphins, bats, all of us are mammals. So here answer is C, both 1 and 2 do not have gills because whales and dolphins are mammals. Question 142. Whales breathe through which of the following? So whales basically they breathe through blowholes which they have on their like just beside their head. So whales and dolphins don't have gills. They breathe in through nostrils or blowholes that are located on the upper part of their heads. Now you might have seen that फंवारा जो आता है उनके ऊपर whenever they come out in the open. So this allows them to breathe in air when they swim near the surface of the water, and they can stay inside the water for a long time without breathing. Long time means like really long time, hours. Okay, not minutes. And they come out to the surface from like in few hours to breathe in air, and then they again go back. Okay. Question 143. The main function of roots in aquatic plants is basically here they do not need to absorb water because they are submerged in water. So this goes out of the window, that is to absorb the nutrients from the soil. There is no soil, usually they are floating 99% of the time. It is basically to hold the plant in place, otherwise it will just float and it will die. Question number 144. Why are leaves narrow and often divided in aquatic plants? See, imagine there is so much waves going on, so much water current is going on. So if leaves are narrow and they are not divided, so because they have to these plants, so here the best possible answer is to offer minimum resistance to the flowing water. So here 144 answer is C. Okay. So because they don't want to do that. So sorry for this mistake. So answer here should be C. Question number 146. The process of getting rid of the waste materials produced in the body is called as, so this process is called as excretion, and last step when it is removed from the anus, that is called as egestion. Okay. So this is the process, entire process is excretion. So the process of getting rid of waste materials produced in the body is called as excretion, while the process of removal of undigested food from the body is called as egestion. Question number 147. Which of the following is absent in plants? Movement is there in plants, 100% movement is there. The touch me not plant, mimosa plant, so many plants are there. Insectivorous plants are there. When insects come, they just literally trap it and kill it. So movement is 100% there in plants. Sexual reproduction is there in plants. Whenever flower comes, sexual reproduction is there in the picture. So flowering plants, which are called as angiosperms, so they have sexual reproduction there. Locomotion is absent in the plants. Plants usually have roots and they do not move from one place to another. So chances are, if you have seen one plant, your grandfather must have also seen it. The same banyan tree will be there for thousands of years if not cut. So here answer is A, that is one only, that is locomotion is absent in plants. So plant shows movements like opening and closing of flowers. You must have seen sunflower also, flowers following the sun's direction. And plants can reproduce vegetatively, sexually, asexually. There are a lot of methods through which plants can reproduce. Question number which of the following is a rectilinear motion? So motion which happens in a straight line, that is called as a rectilinear motion. So motion of a bullet will be called as a rectilinear motion. This is like all rotation, revolution. These are not example of rectilinear motion. Answer is D, motion of a bullet. Which of the following is a luminous object? So here moon, mirror, inverter, all these are not generating energy or light on their own, but sun is called as a luminous object because it is generating light on its own. So here answer is A, that is sun. Okay, so object like the sun that gives out or emit light on their own are called as luminous objects. Question 149, which of the following is not a translucent object? So butter paper you can see through, glass you can see through, plastic you can see through, but wood you cannot see through. Translucent means somewhat you can make out what is there on the other side, but through wood it is virtually impossible. It is called as opaque. Okay, so this there are some objects through which we can see but not very clearly. Such objects are known as translucent objects. And question 150 is, the following is not an insulator. So here rubber, wood, glass, all these are insulators because they will not allow heat to pass through them. Same with electricity also, but metal will allow electric current to pass through them very easily. And insulators are the substance which do not allow electric current to pass through them. So answer here is D, metal. So we'll continue our discussion in the next lesson. Question number 151. Which of the following is a conductor? So you might have heard about a lot of deaths which happen because of electric current. So human body is definitely an electrical conductor. Otherwise we would not be dying of sticking to cooler. So here answer is A, that is human body. Glass, wood and rock, they are insulators. So what is a conductor? Any material that will allow electric current to pass through them, they are called as conductors. Most of the metals are conductors. Okay. Question number 152. Which of the following objects is not magnetic in character? Faconi, that is iron, cobalt and nickel, they are magnetic in character. But magnesium is definitely not magnetic in character. So answer is faconi are magnetic. But answer D, magnesium is not magnetic in character. People might confuse magnesium, magnetic, similar sounding name, but that is not true. So the materials which get attracted towards a magnet are magnetic. For example, iron, nickel or cobalt. Question number 153. A freely suspended bar magnet always stops in. So whenever we talk about like Earth's magnetism is in north-south direction for last so many years. So that is why whenever you suspend a bar magnet freely, it will always end up in a north-south direction. So answer is B. So freely suspended bar magnet always stops in the north-south direction because it gets aligned with Earth's magnetism, which has a north-south direction. And this property of magnet is very useful for us. And for centuries, travelers have been making use of this property of magnets to find the directions. And later on, compass was developed based on this property of magnet. So answer is B. Question number 154. Water does not enter into an empty bottle placed vertically in a tub of water. Because this bottle is not empty, it has air in it. And when you have air, you cannot like replace it. Either you tilt it. So their answer is due to air present inside the bottle, water will not enter into an empty bottle because nothing is empty. We do not live in vacuum. Everything is occupied by air. So answer here is B. So water does not enter the bottle when it is in inverted position as there is no space for air to escape. And when the bottle is tilted, the air is able to come out in the form of bubbles and water fills up the empty space that the air had occupied. Question number 155. Where do bubbles formed in boiling water come from? Basically they are dissolved gases, okay, and in the water, and whenever you increase the kinetic energy, these gases will start motion and eventually they'll boil out. So your answer is A. The gas is dissolved in the water, that is the reason of bubbles. So increased temperature causes an increase in kinetic energy, and the higher kinetic energy causes more motion in the gas molecules, which break intermolecular bonds and escape from the solution. So answer here is A. Question 156. Where do bubbles form when water is poured on soil come from? Now here the air is present in the soil, and that is why water logging will lead to death of the plants, because it replaces the soil which is needed by the plants. So here answer is A, air present in the soil. So when the water is poured on the lump of soil, it displaces the air present in the soil, which is seen in the form of bubbles. So all these are scientific facts, you need to understand them. Question 157. What do you understand by composting? So composting is a process of decomposition of organic substances and formation of manure, and this manure is used by the farmers to increase their yield. Answer here is B. So converting plant and animal waste, including that from kitchen, into manure, this process is called as composting, and it is a very good process because it reduces your dependence on fertilizer, insecticides, pesticides. Question number 58. What do you understand by vermicomposting? Vermi means worm, composting is the same. So here answer is C. Use of worms like earthworms. That is why earthworms is also called as farmer's friend. It is red worm, to enhance the rate of composting. So answer is C. So vermicomposting is the use of worms like earthworms to convert organic waste into fertilizers. This is also called as vermicompost. Question 159. Kharif crops are grown during. So basically they will be in June to September, that is the season, and that is typical of rainy season, also called as monsoon in our part of the world. So here answer is A, rainy season. So Kharif crops are grown during the rainy season, that is June to September. Which of the following is not a Kharif crop? So wheat is a crop which is not a Kharif crop, it is a Rabi crop because it needs winter for its growth. So your answer is A, wheat. Okay, rest, rice, groundnut, soybean, please remember these are Rabi crops. Okay. Question 161. Which of the following is not a Rabi crop? So gram, pea, mustard, wheat, all these are Rabi crop, but cotton is a Kharif crop. Okay, so here answer is D, that is cotton. Question number 162. Before sowing, seeds are placed in water. Which type of seeds are then used for sowing? Basically seeds that settle down in water. These are the seeds which are used, and so answer here is B, and I'll tell you by this. Why are seeds floating in water not used for sowing? Because the seeds are damaged and hollow, due to which they are floating in water. If you have something inside the seeds germinating, then they will settle down in the water. Since they are hollow, that means they are not living, and that is why they are not sowed. So you got the answer to question 162 also. Okay, so now moving forward, answer here is C. Question number 164. Consider the following statements. Manure is produced naturally, fertilizers are chemical substances prepared synthetically. So yes, both these statements are correct. Manures are produced by farmers using gobar plant, and lot of stuff can be used. Human feces can also be converted into manure, by the way. Every organic waste can be converted into manure. So here answer is C, that is both 1 and 2. And last question for this lesson is NPK is a chemical fertilizer which refers to. So it is used in government subsidies, and they talk about a lot, but unfortunately people don't even know. They are chemical symbols for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So answer is B, that is NPK is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So continue watching this course. Question 166. Which of the following is a method to increase the soil fertility? Keeping the land fallow, adding fertilizers, crop rotation. So all these three are the methods to increase the soil fertility. Answer is D, 1, 2, 3. So it is pretty self-explanatory. Okay. Question number 167. Consider the following statements regarding the manure. It enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. It makes the soil porous, due to which exchanges of gases become easy. This is correct. It increases the number of friendly microbes. This is also correct. It improves the texture of the soil. This is also correct. You can write this as a short note in your mains answer. So an intelligent person is who learns from all this side and then applies this knowledge. Answer here is D, that is all of the above. Okay. Question 168. Which of the following is the best method of irrigating the crops? So best method according to NCRT and otherwise is a drip irrigation method. So among these four, the answer here is A, that is drip irrigation. So in drip irrigation, the water will fall drop by drop just at the position of the root, so it is called as the drip system, and it is the best technique for watering fruit plants, gardens, and trees, and water is not wasted at all here. Question number 169. Which of the following festivals are associated with harvesting of crops? Pongal, Baisakhi, Bihu, Nabanya. So here the answer is D, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So all these four festivals are celebrated in different part of the country, but all four of them are associated with the harvest festival, where farmers cut the crops and then they enjoy. Okay. Question number 170. A virus can multiply inside the cell of plants. Obviously, there are plant viruses. Animals में तो भरे पड़े हैं. Human beings are the like worst sufferer of viruses. Bacteria, obviously, there are bacteriophages which can go inside the bacteria and multiply. So people might get confused with bacteria. That is why I have kept the option C. But answer here is D. That is 1, 2, 3. Okay. So all these statements are correct. So viruses are microscopic organisms which reproduce only inside the cells of the host organism, which may be a bacteria, plant, or an animal. So answer here is D. Question number 171. Okay, which of the following disease is not caused by a virus? So here the answer is common cold is caused by a virus, 100%. Chicken pox, polio, these are viral diseases. But anthrax is caused by Bacillus anthracis. So anthrax is not a viral disease, it is rather a bacterial disease. So answer here is C. Question number 172. Which of the following diseases are caused by the protozoa? Hepatitis is caused by virus, hepatitis A, hepatitis B virus, C virus, D virus, E virus. Tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, so it is a bacteria. Malaria is caused by a protozoa. Can you please name it in the comment section below? I'll really like it. Answer here is A. So tuberculosis is caused by bacteria. If people don't know, please remember it now. Okay. Question number 173. Consider the following statements regarding microorganisms. Microorganisms are single-celled organism. Microorganisms are multicellular organism. Now, what do you think? See, there are microorganisms like amoeba, which are a single-celled organism. So first statement is 100% correct. Then there are microorganisms like fungus, which are multicellular. So that is also correct. So in biology, there is a lot of variation. So if you are not learning it properly, then you will have a lot of trouble later on. So here answer is C, that is both 1 and 2 are correct. Many people will think either they will be single celled or multicellular. But in biology, there are exceptions to every rule. So answer here is C, that is both 1 and 2. So there are some microorganisms like molds which are multicellular. Question number 174. Antibiotics are obtained from. Now please don't mark all of the above because I am saying exceptions are always there. Antibiotics are usually obtained from fungus and bacteria, but they are not obtained from viruses. So here answer is B, that is 1 and 2 only. They are not obtained from viruses at all. So answer is B, 1 and 2. Okay. So basically antibiotics are substances produced by certain bacteria and fungi which prevent the growth of or kill the other microorganisms. So here answer is B. Question number 175. What do you understand by communicable disease? Basically, disease which have no cure is absolutely wrong. Disease caused by viruses only is also wrong. Disease caused by carriers is also wrong. Any disease which can be transmitted from an infected person to a healthy person is a communicable disease. Okay. Now it might be curable, it might not be curable. That is a separate issue altogether. For example, AIDS is not curable. Okay. But it's still a communicable disease. Answer: diabetes is not a communicable disease because if your father has diabetes, he will not sneeze and transfer it to you. So your answer is A. Question number 176. Which of the following is not a contagious disease? Here tuberculosis is a contagious disease, common cold is a contagious disease, Ebola is also a contagious disease, malaria is not a contagious disease. Okay, because again mosquito has to bite you, and if a person sneezes you will not get malaria. But in TB, common cold, and Ebola you can get. So answer here is A, malaria. Question number 177. Polio virus can be transmitted by air, water. Yes, it can be transmitted by both of them. There is no rocket science in it. So droplet formation happens and micro. It is like it in the form of water and it is goes travel through the air and then it can be done. It is done. Both 1 and 2 are the answer here. Question number 178. Yellow vein mosaic is a disease of which of the following? So yellow vein mosaic is basically a disease of lady finger, भिंडी जिसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में. So it kills the bhindi crops a lot. Okay, a lot I am saying. So just remember yellow vein mosaic. It is a disease of lady finger. Okay. Question number 179. Food poisoning is a disease which is caused by eating food containing some poison. No, this is not food poisoning. I have no people who mark it as containing poison, but that is not correct. Spoilt by microorganism is the best answer. So answer here is B. Rich in fats that has not been cooked properly, but it is not food poisoning. Food poisoning is when it is spoilt by microorganisms. So answer here is B. So, and last question is, yeast is used in the production of, so as I was saying, that yeast undergoes anaerobic respiration, which results in the production from sugar like glucose and basic sugar. It leads to production of alcohol. Okay, CH3CH2OH, that is ethanol. Answer here is A, that is alcohol. It is also used in the production of bread industry, bakery industry, maybe it is used a lot. So we'll continue our discussion. Thank you. Question number 181. Consider the following statements regarding rayon. It is also called as artificial silk. Yes, because it feels like silk and it is artificially produced. That is, it is not obtained from plants or animals. It is made by chemical treatment of wood pulp. So this is correct. So answer here is C. So artificial processes are required here. So answer is both 1 and 2. So both of the statements are correct here. Okay. Question number 182. Consider the following statements regarding nylon. It is the first fully synthetic fiber. So even in that case, wood pulp was required. So you can say indirectly it is derived from plants. But here it is of really a first fully synthetic. What it is made, because it is made from coal, water, and air, and it is made from water and air. So this statement is wrong because it needs coal also. So this statement is wrong technically. So answer here is A, one only. It requires coal as well. Question number 183. Consider the following statements regarding plastics. They are prepared synthetically. All plastics have the same type of arrangement of units. Here, second statement is wrong. First is correct. So answer here is A, one only. So they are prepared synthetically. That is correct. But all plastics do not have the same type of arrangement of units. In some, it is linear, whereas in others, it is cross-linked. So answer is A. Question number 184. Plastics which get deformed easily on heating and can be bent easily are known as, they are called as thermoplastics. Okay. Polythene, PVC, they are example of the thermoplastics. Okay. So answer is A. Polythene, PVC, they are the examples. Question number 185. Plastics which when molded ones cannot be softened by heating, they are called as thermosetting. So basically backlight वगैरह जो होते हैं, so what they do is, if once you heat them, they set in some form. So they are called as thermosetting plastics. So examples include bakelite, melamine, and bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity, and it is used for making electrical switches, handles of various utensils. And melamine resists fire and can tolerate heat better than the other plastics, and it is used for making floor tiles, kitchenware, fabrics which resist fire. Question number 186. Which of the following plastics is used to make non-stick cookwares? आंसर इस फ्लोरीन वाला जो होता है CF4 जो चेन चलती है. आंसर इज टेफ्लॉन. So Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick, and it is used for non-stick coating on cookwares. Remember, it has fluorine in it. Okay. So Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick, and it is used for non-stick coating on cookwares. Question number 187. Which of the following substance is biodegradable? So obviously wood is biodegradable. There is no doubt about it. It's plant product. Plastic, polythene, nylon, they are not biodegradable. It's completely understandable. Anything which is natural and organic, just assume which was there 1 lakh years ago or 10,000 years ago, is biodegradable. Okay. Question number 188. What do you understand by the 4R principles of environmental conservation? So basically, first you reduce as much as possible. You do not use it, or you reduce it. Then you reuse. So you reuse it again. For example, in case of plastic, how can you reduce its use? By replacing it with using water paper. Then reuse means once you have gone to shopping, then you again use it to shop or some other things. Recycle means that you give that plastic so that it converts back again, and just don't throw it in the earth. And recover means if it is thrown in the earth or it is lost somewhere, then you recover it and you recycle it. So these are the 4R's, that is reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover. So this can be used in mains also. It can be used in answer writing also. Answer is A here. Okay. Question number 189. Most of the synthetic fibers are obtained from which of the following? So most of the synthetic fibers, they are obtained from petrochemicals. So petroleum industry has a lot of other Vaseline से लेकर के petrol, diesel, petrochemical, synthetic fiber, they are obtained all from petrochemicals. So answer here is B. Question number 190. What do you understand by malleability of metals? Malleability basically means that when you beat them with hammer, they can be converted into thin sheets. Literally, that is meant by malleability. So metal can be converted into thin sheets. Okay. So answer here is B. So the property of metals by which they can be beaten into thin sheets is called as malleability, and this is a typical characteristic of metals. The other is the property of metal by which it can be drawn into wires. This is called as ductility. Remember, malleability, ductility, they shine, they have luster, and they ring when they are sound. So answer here is B. Question number 191. Which of the following is a non-metal? Answer is obviously oxygen, because potassium, magnesium, and sodium, they are all metals. Answer here is D, oxygen. Question number 192. Which is the only metal found in liquid form at room temperature? Answer is mercury. So every child should know this, that mercury, that is why it is used in clinical thermometer. So when the temperature rises, since it is liquid, it will also rise and it will show the exact temperature, how much your body is there. So for example, if you have 39 degree Celsius temperature, so it will show 39. If it was solid, then it would not have moved at all. uh, Question number 193. House of the following materials is stored in kerosene? So here answer is A. So sodium is stored in kerosene. Why? Because sodium will react vigorously with oxygen and water. So once we left sodium, a little piece of sodium in sink, and then it started burning. Okay, so it automatically generates, it starts to burn if it is left in with oxygen and water, because it reacts very vigorously and a lot of heat is generated in the process and it is very dangerous. That is why sodium is always stored in kerosene. Okay. So sodium reacts vigorously with oxygen and water, and the heat is generated in the reaction. It is therefore stored in kerosene. Question number 194. Which of the following material is stored in water? Here the answer is phosphorus, because phosphorus is a very reactive non-metal and it catches fire if it is exposed to air. And to prevent the contact of phosphorus with atmospheric oxygen, it is stored in water. So answer here is D, phosphorus. Obviously, you have seen iron, you already know. Sodium, you know that it is stored in kerosene. So phosphorus is a very reactive non-metal and it catches fire if it is exposed to air. And to prevent the contact of phosphorus with atmospheric oxygen, it is stored in water. What do you understand by metalloids? Metalloids basically are something in between metals and non-metals. So these are not synthetic substance. They are not synthetic substance. This is wrong. These are elements with having the properties of metals as well as non-metals. So answer here is C. So metalloids are chemical elements with properties which are intermediate between those of typical metals and typical non-metals. And the examples of metalloids include boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, etc. So we'll continue our discussion on this course. So we continue with our course. Question number 196. The process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called as. So this process is called as carbonization, because you are forming coal out of this, which is like carbon form only. So answer is B. So coal contains mainly carbon, as so the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation, which has lot of organic material in it, into the coal is called as carbonization. Important point, definition can be asked. Question number 197. Consider the following statement. Coke is an impure form of carbon. This is incorrect. This is not correct. Coke is almost pure form of carbon. It is used in steel making. Yes, it is used in steel making. Answer is B. That is 2 only. So coke is almost a pure form of carbon. So calling it an impure form of carbon is not correct. Question number 198. Consider the following statements. Coal tar is almost a pure form of carbon. This is wrong. This is coal tar has more than 200 substance. So this is absolutely wrong. Coal tar is an industrial construction waste. What are you talking about here? They are used as a starting material for dyes, drugs, explosive, perfumes, etc. Both these statements are absolute rubbish, and this is how examiner tries to fool us. So answer here is D, none of the above. So coal tar is a mixture of about 200 substances, and products obtained from coal tar are used as starting materials for everyday life substances like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials, etc. Question number 199. Consider the following statements. Coal gas is a source of heat. Here, yes, it is correct. Coal gas is a source of light. This is also correct. And answer here is C, both 1 and 2. So about 200 years ago, coal gas was used for street lighting for the first time in London in 1810. And today it is used as a source of heat rather than light. And it is used as a fuel in many industries which are situated near the coal processing plants. So answer here is C, both 1 and 2. Question number 200. Petroleum was formed from organisms which lived in the sea. So here the answer is B, because that time, like, it was long time back. So petroleum was formed from the organisms living in the sea. As these organisms died, their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with layers of sand and clay. And over millions of years, absence of air, high temperature, and high pressure transformed the dead organism into petroleum and natural gas. And at that time, the first of all, the life evolved on in the ocean, and then it came to land. If you don't know, then you should know this. Question number 201. In India, petroleum reserves. So we are done with 200. In India, petroleum reserves are found in which of the following? Assam, yes. Gujarat, yes. Godavari and Krishna river basin. सब में मिलता है यार. Answer is D. All 1, 2, 3, 4. The petroleum reserves found in everywhere in India. Question number 202. In India, natural gas reserves are found in Tripura. Yes, we have natural gas reserves in Tripura. Rajasthan, yes, you have there. Godavari River Delta, Krishna River Delta. Yes, there is a lot of fight also going on for that. So answer here is D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Question number 203. Consider the following statements regarding Petroleum Conservation Research Association and choose the incorrect statement. PCRA is a registered society set up in 1978 under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Government of India. This is correct. It is a non-for-profit organization. This is also correct. It is engaged in promoting energy efficiency in various sectors of economy. This is also correct. Its mission is efficient energy utilization, leading to improvement in quality of fuels available in the country. This is wrong. Its mission is actually, answer here is D. So its mission is efficient energy utilization and environment protection, leading to improvement in quality of life. Question number 204. The lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire is called as, that is called as its ignition temperature. So the lowest temperature at which the substance will start burning or will catch fire, it is called as ignition temperature. This is not burning temperature or minimum temperature. So below ignition temperature, a substance will not catch fire. It will not burn. Substance with low ignition temperature will burn very easily. Obviously makes sense. Question number 205. The substances which have very low ignition temperature and can easily catch fire with a flame are called as, so they are called as inflammable substance. So it does not mean they cannot be burned. So it means they are highly prone to flames. So you might have seen when tankers are going on in highways, so they are saying inflammable substances, keep distance and do not light fire in petrol pump, etc. Question number 206. Water is not used to extinguish fires involving oil or petrol because, see, water is heavier than oil and it will sink below the oil while oil will keep burning above. This is the main reason why water is not used. Usually sand is used, okay, to cut off the oxygen supply. Without oxygen, no fire can burn. It is impossible, okay. Since water is heavier than oil, it will sink below the oil while oil will keep burning above. Question number 207. For fires involving electrical equipment and inflammable material, carbon dioxide is the best extinguisher. Everybody agrees? Yes, it is 100% agreed. Everybody should know this. Carbon dioxide is heavier than oxygen, so it will cover the fire like a blanket, and its contact between the fuel and oxygen is cut off. This is 100% correct. It does not harm the electrical equipment. This is also correct. When released from the cylinder, CO2 expands enormously in volume and cools down, thereby bringing down the temperature of the fuel. Yes. So if you have used fire extinguisher, I have used it. So the white foam comes out of it, that is like carbon dioxide, and it increases in volume and it cools down immediately. So answer here is D, that is 1, 2, 3. So all these are the factors why carbon dioxide is the best extinguisher when it comes to electrical equipment and inflammable materials, and that is why those red color cylinder fire extinguishers have this CO2. Okay. Question number 208. Forest fires can be caused by spontaneously by human carelessness. Obviously, spontaneously it happens if lightning happens. Okay. So then it can lead to spontaneous fires. Human carelessness, if you go to camping and if we leave some fire, small fire, which becomes very big, so it can happen. See both 1 and 2. So the type of combustion in which materially suddenly burst into flames without the application of any apparent cause, it is called as spontaneous combustion. It does happen. And spontaneous forest fire can occur due to the heat of the sun or due to lightning strike, as I was talking about. However, most forest fires are due to carelessness of human beings, so please don't be careless. Question number 209. Wax burns with a flame while charcoal burns without a flame because, see, the main reason is wax can vaporize and charcoal cannot vaporize. So substances which vaporize burn with the flames. Example like kerosene oil, molten wax, while charcoal does not vaporize, so it will not produce a flame. So basic scientific principle. Answer here is C. So substances which vaporize during burning give flames. For example, kerosene oil and molten wax rise through the wick and are vaporized during burning and form flames. Charcoal, on the other hand, does not vaporize, so does not produce a flame. Answer here is C. Question number 210. Which of the following zones of the flame has the highest temperature? So the highest temperature is found in the outer non-luminous zone. So here answer is A, and the temperature of the zones of a flames goes on increasing from the center to the exterior. So here answer is A, and the temperature of the zones of a flame goes on increasing from the center to the exterior. So continue watching the course. Question number 211. So last 40 questions to go. An ecosystem is made up of biotic factor means living beings, abiotic factor means temperature, sunlight, heat, rain, etc. So ecosystem is comprised of both. So answer here is C, both 1 and 2. So an ecosystem is made up of all the plants, animals and microorganisms, biotic components in an area along with non-living components like climate, soil, river, deltas, which are the abiotic components. So answer here is C. Question number 212. What do you understand by the red data book? It is a document established for documenting rare and endangered species of animals. So this is correct. It is for plants also and it is for fungi also. So all the three statements are correct here. So answer here is D. So basically it is a document. People don't think it is for fungi, but it is there. So it is a document established for documenting rare and endangered species of animals, plants and including fungi also. Which of the following is the largest cell in the entire nature? So it is basically an ostrich egg. An ostrich egg is a single cell and it is the largest cell in the entire nature. So answer is B. An egg is a single cell and ostrich egg is the largest egg. Question number 214. Consider the following statements. Colored bodies called plastids are found in the plants only. Yes, this is correct. Green plastids containing chlorophyll are called as green plast. ऐसा कोई term नहीं होता यार. They are called as chloroplast. So A, second statement is wrong. Answer is A, that is one only. So the green plastids containing chlorophyll, they are called as chloroplasts, and plastids are absent in animal cells, and so is cell wall. So cell wall is present only in plant cell, plastids are present only in plant cells. Question number 215. External fertilization is seen in which of the following? So basically it is seen in frogs, it is seen in starfish, it is seen in fishes, and it is seen here, okay, and in vitro fertilization as well. So in all the four conditions you will find external fertilization. So let us discuss fertilization. So fertilization is basically meeting of sperm and ovum, or the male or female gamete, whatever it might be called. So fertilization which takes place inside the female body, it is called as internal fertilization. It takes place in case of many animals like humans, cows, dogs, hens, etc. Fertilization in which the fusion of a male and a female gamete takes outside the body of the female is called external fertilization, and it is very common in aquatic animals like fish, starfish, frogs, toads, etc. And some women are unable to bear babies because a lot of reasons, the sperm, whatever might be the reason. In that case, IVF is done. So you can read about IVF here. Since the fertilization happens outside in a test tube, so they are also called as test tube babies. Question number 216. Which of the following is an oviparous animal? What do you mean by oviparous animal? Those who give birth directly to young ones, they are called as viviparous. Those who lay eggs are called as oviparous. So whale, bat, cow, all these are mammals. Mammals are 99% viviparous. Hen gives eggs, so it is oviparous. So the animals which give birth to young ones, so they are called as viviparous animals, and those animals which lay eggs are called as oviparous animals. Whale, bat, cow are mammals, and all mammals are viviparous. This is technically not correct because there are some mammals which are not viviparous. Okay, but NCERT level पे याद रख लेना, कोई issue नहीं है. Production of an exact copy of a cell, any other living part or a complete organism is known as. So this is called as cloning. Everybody knows what is cloning. Bio-Xerox, there is no term. So cloning of an animal was successfully performed for the first time in 1996, about 20 years ago, by Jan Wilmot, and they cloned successfully a sheep which is named Dolly, and Dolly was born in 1996 and was the first mammal to be cloned ever. Question number 218. Amoeba divides by which of the following? Pseudopodia is basically projection which helps him in catching the food. Budding happens in Hydra. Binary fission is a typical thing which happens in the amoeba. So amoeba is associated with binary fission. So answer here is B. So hydra, मैं जैसे बता रहा था, budding happens in hydra, and fungi and mosses, they undergo fragmentation or spore formation. Again, this is all mentioned in NCERT, so that is why we are covering them. Question number 219, why endocrine glands are called as ductless glands? Because they don't have duct, so their secretion directly go into the blood. It's as simple as that. So they secrete directly into the blood because they do not have duct. So answer is B. So pancreas is not a technically an endocrine gland, some part of it, and because it is a duct, it has ducts, pancreatic duct. So answer here is B. So endocrine glands do not have any duct system, so they release their secretion hormones directly into the blood. For example, thyroid, pituitary, adrenal, etc. Question number 220. Consider the following statements. Males have only one X chromosome. Yes, 100% correct. Females have two X chromosomes. So second is wrong. Gametes have only one set of chromosome. This is correct. So answer here is A, that is 1 and 3, because females have two X chromosomes. So females have two X chromosome, males have one X and one Y. By the way, it is only true for human beings. बाकियों का अलग अलग कुछ वेरिएशन होता है, so don't generalize it. Which of the following is known as the master gland in the animal body? So it is basically pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland is also controlled by something. Okay, that is called as hypothalamus. So here the answer is B. Pituitary gland controls the activity of other endocrine glands, so it is also known as the master gland. Question number 222. Which of the following hormones and disorders associated with their malfunctioning deficiency are correctly matched? Thyroid leads to goiter, yes. Insulin leads to diabetes. Growth hormone deficiency leads to dwarfism. All these three are correctly matched, so answer is D, that is 1, 2, 3. And I can't explain the diseases right now. Question number 223. Consider the following statements. Friction opposes the relative motion between two surfaces in contact. 100% correct. It acts on the moving surface only. नहीं, it depends. Like there is sliding friction, there is static friction, there is rolling friction. So at rest there is static friction. So this second statement is wrong. Answer is A, 1 only. So friction is the force resisting the relative motion of two surfaces sliding against each other, and it acts on both the surfaces. And static friction comes into play when we try to move an object at rest, and sliding friction comes into play when an object is sliding over another, and sliding friction is smaller than the static friction. And when a body rolls over another body, rolling friction comes into play, and rolling friction is smaller than the sliding friction. So answer here is A. Question number 224. Which of the following cannot help in reducing noise pollution? Wooden rooms, yes. Planting more trees along the roads, yes. Legal measures, yes. Reducing the pitch of all man-made instruments. So pitch will not lead to reducing noise pollution, so this is a common myth. So wood and trees absorb sound. Legal measures like Supreme Court ban on crackers for environmental pollution will also help in reducing noise pollution, but reducing the pitch will not decrease the noise pollution at all. Last question for this lesson is sound cannot be transmitted through. So sound needs some medium. It is not like light or radiation which can go without medium. So vacuum does not have any medium. It can go through solid, liquid, air, but vacuum it cannot go. So answer here is A. So sound needs a medium, whether solid, liquid or gas, to be transmitted through, and it cannot be transmitted through vacuum. So just 25 more questions to go in this course. Do watch it. Question number 226. Human beings can hear the sounds having a frequency of. So it is a very factual question. So we can hear between 20 to 20,000 hertz. So answer here is B, from 20 to 20k. Okay, it's a very self-explanatory thing. That is how we are biologically programmed. I cannot do anything about it. So ultrasonography, a common medical diagnostic procedure, produces sound with the frequency of. See, you and I cannot hear ultrasound, right? So it cannot be greater than 20,000. It cannot be less than 20,000 hertz. It can be either D or A. So answer here is A, because obviously we cannot hear it, right? So ultrasound means like very high frequency. So ultrasound here means more than the upper limit of the human ear. Question number 228. Which type of motion produces the sound? Uh, so here the answer is vibration. So vibration you might have heard about in your mobile phone. When it is vibrating, it produces sound as well. So again, it is a typical self-explanatory thing. Question number 229. Consider the following statements. Loudness of a sound depends on the amplitude of the vibrating source. Yes, it is correct. Pitch of a sound depends on the frequency of the vibrating source. This is also correct. So answer here is C, that is both 1 and 2. So this is very typical of, if you read physics, you will find both the statements are correct. So answer here is C. Question number 230. What do you understand by electroplating? So electroplating is basically, it is used in industry when you cover some metal with a thin layer of a different metal. So here answer is A, that is a process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity. So electroplating, answer is A. So electroplating is a very useful process and it is widely used in industry for coating metal objects with a thin layer of a different metal, and the layer of the metal has some desired property which the metal object lacks. For example, chromium plating is done on many objects like car parts, bath taps, kitchen gas burners, bicycle handlebars, wheel rims and many others. And chromium has a shiny appearance, it does not corrode, it resists scratches. However, chromium is very expensive and so we cannot make the entire out of it, so just a thin layer of it. So the object is itself made up of a cheaper metal and only a coating of chromium over it is deposited. Question number 231, which of the following is the safest place to take shelter during lightning? So here the answer is inside a vehicle with windows closed. So that is because if the lightning strikes a vehicle, it is transmitted through its body to the ground, and the inside of the vehicle is a safe zone. But be careful when you get out of it. Okay, you might get a shock. So answer here is B. So if the lightning strikes a vehicle, it is transmitted through its body to the ground, and the inside of the vehicle is a safe zone. Question number 232, which of the following can be caused by an earthquake? So here the answer is floods, tsunamis, fires, landslides. All the four are, they can be caused by an earthquake. Okay, so answer here is D, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So again it is self-explanatory. Question number 223, pasteurization is a method employed to, so it will preserve milk for a longer time. So what you do is you heat at a certain temperature, then you cool it down. So answer here is A, preserve milk for a longer time. So pasteurization Louis Pasteur के नाम पे है. It helps in milk preservation and also helps in destroying the pathogenic microorganism. It destroys like 99.9% of the bacteria. It is done at a lower temperature than boiling. You do not boil the milk. Question number 234, earthquakes are caused by movements of plates present in which of the following? It is always the crust which leads to the earthquake. So the outermost layer of the earth is not basically in one piece, it is fragmented, and each fragment is called a plate, and these plates are in continual motion, and when they brush past one another or a plate goes under another due to collision, they cause disturbance in the earth's crust, and it is this disturbance that shows up as an earthquake on the surface of the earth. So answer here is A. Question number 235, earthquakes are most likely to occur along, so obviously they will occur along the boundaries of plates. That is why it is called as Pacific Ring of Fire, the Hawaiian Islands और आपका जो एशिया का जो रीजन है, because there are two plates which are boundaries there. So since earthquakes are caused by the movement of the plates, so the boundaries of the plates are the weak zones where earthquakes are most likely to occur, and the weak zones are also known as seismic zones or fault zones. Please remember these things. Question number 236, which of the following regions of India is least susceptible to earthquakes? So Himalayas, northeastern India, so they are very highly susceptible. Run of Kutch is also, but Deccan Plateau is a very old shield and it is very stable. So Deccan Plateau is a tectonically stable zone. Entire peninsular India is a very stable shield and it is very tectonically stable. Question number 237, which of the following instruments helps in recording seismic waves? So it is obviously done by a seismograph. A Richter scale will measure the intensity of the earthquake, while seismograph will record the seismic waves. So here answer is B. So Richter scale will measure the intensity of an earthquake, while seismograph will record the waves. Question number 238, when a meteor enters the atmosphere, it burns out due to our atmosphere. So we have an atmosphere, it has a high speed, it will lead to friction and it will burn out completely. Okay, so answer here is A. So question number 239, what do you understand by marble cancer? So whenever there is acid rain where H2SO4, HNO3 etc., very strong corrosive acids fall, so it leads to corrosion of building and statues made up of marble by actions of sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So answer here is A. So acid rain formed due to oxides of sulfur and nitrogen corrode the marble structure with time, and this is called as marble cancer. And the last question for this lesson is, which of the following is not a greenhouse gas? So methane is a very potent greenhouse gas, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide. Nitrogen is not a greenhouse gas. Nitrogen is the most abundant gas in the entire atmosphere. So how can it be a greenhouse gas? Primary greenhouse gas in Earth's atmosphere are water vapor, CO2, methane, nitrous oxide and ozone. So thank you for watching this lesson. Just one last lesson with 10 questions to go. So guys, this is the last lesson in this course and it will have 10 questions. And so question number 241, Ganga Action Plan was launched in which of the following years? Ganga Action Plan was launched by Rajiv Gandhi, who was the Prime Minister then. So obviously the only answer possible here is 1985, because he was the Prime Minister after 1984, when Indira Gandhi was shot dead. So here answer is A, 1985. So the Ganga Action Plan was launched by Shri Rajiv Gandhi, the then Prime Minister of India, in 1985, with the main objective of pollution abatement and to improve the water quality. So here answer is A. Question number 242. Which of the following is important for night vision? So when it comes to night vision, the road cells, the rhodopsin chemical, the rhodopsin pigment in the eyes, so that is important. So answer here is A, rod cells. So retina contains two types of photoreceptors. One is rod and another is cone. And the rods are more numerous and are more sensitive than the cones. However, they are not sensitive to color. And rod cells are more sensitive than cone cells and are almost entirely responsible for night vision. So answer here is A. Question number 243. Which of the following is not an organelle? So mitochondria, Golgi complex, chloroplast, all of these are organelle, but ribosome are usually not classified as organelles. These three are 100% there. Chloroplast is not found in animal cells. So answer here is A, ribosome. Ribosome are usually found attached with endoplasmic reticulum, etc. So here answer is A. Question number 244. Which of the following is absent in animal cells? Cell membrane, mitochondria are 100% present. Vacuoles might be present, especially in amoeba, etc. But cell wall is 100% absent in animal cells. So answer here is B, that is cell wall. Okay. Question number 245. Late blight of potatoes is caused by, so it is a fungal disease of potato, and it can lead to a lot of millions of people might die if it spreads, because potato is the staple crop of a lot of people. So answer here is B, that is fungi. Question number 246. Montreal Protocol is an international treaty which aims to phase out which of the following? So Montreal Protocol is related to ozone depleting substances, and it is considered one of it is and it is after the Vienna Convention, and they are trying to add HFCs also to it. So here the answer is A, ozone depleting substances, and this is one of the most successful protocol, by the way, in the entire world, most successful. Question number 247. Rainbow is formed due to the phenomena of, so there are a lot of phenomena like total internal reflection, all these are there, but mainly it is because of dispersion. So answer here is A. So raindrops which are suspended in the air disperse, that is the breakdown into 7 colors. Vibgyor जिसको बोलते हैं, that is why rainbow is called as rainbow, because it has vibgyor, that is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow. Okay, and the sunlight and just like a prism, and thus rainbow is formed opposite to the direction of the sun. So your answer is A. Question number 248. Which of the following has a single set of chromosomes? So here when it comes to gamete, so ovum, sperm, these have single set of chromosomes, but animals usually have diploid chromosome. Single set of chromosome means haploid, that is N, and double set of chromosome means diploid, that is 2N. So here answer is A. So it means that gametes of higher animals are haploid, that is they have a single set of chromosomes. So answer here is A. Question number 249. Light year is a unit of, so many people think year, so it must be time, but actually light year is the distance which can be traveled by light in 1 year, and it is huge. Okay, so just for example, like from sun to earth, it's 8 minutes, not even 1 light year, it's just 8 minutes. So assume the distance that light can travel in 1 year, but in universal proportion, astronomical proportion, it is very less. So your answer is A. So 1 light year is the distance traveled by light in 1 year. Last question for this course is, which of the following is also known as the red planet? So Mars is called as the red planet because it looks reddish, and so that is why it is called as the red planet. So Mars appears slightly red, and therefore it is also called as the red planet. And Mars has 2 small natural satellites जिसको हिंदी में राहु and केतु बोलते हैं, Phobos and Deimos. So thank you for watching this course. I hope you learned a lot about science and technology from this course. And if you want us to make this course in Hindi, do comment. And if you want us to make a course on 9th to 12th, 9th to 10th NCRT, and another course on 11th to 12th NCRT, do let us know as well. And do let us know if you like to study from 250 MCQs and what more courses we can make so that your preparation can ease out in any topic. It cannot be related to just science, anything at all. Okay, so thank you for watching this course. Have an awesome day.